Well, let's talk about the rest of this show. I was gonna make another video after episode 8, but I couldn't stop. I just had to keep on going. So first, let me say, if you have not watched the show, stop, because it's gonna be all spoilers. I will say that the show is great. It is like a mystery drama, lots of emotion, some good twists and turns, fake out kind of things, trying to lead you down one way and goes another. It's a great show. Exactly what I needed. Only 12 episodes, so you can binge it in a weekend, really one day. So go watch it and then come back and we'll talk about spoilers. So when we last left, episode 4, Kyle didn't show up at school. And I told you, too much happiness going on. They're going to cut you off and just be like, nope, you're not getting any of that. So in this one, we cut right to Kyle's body laying in the apartment. And the dad, or not the dad, the boyfriend is just like, well, now what do we do? And seeing her laying there with the bruises all over, and you're just like, he couldn't stop it. He couldn't stop. This whole time, he's trying to stop things. And he's like, okay, I got past this day. And I'm thinking, you're just pushing it back. You're just pushing it back. You're not stopping it. You're just, you know, was it postponing it, pushing it further. And you're just going to be doing this your whole life. So yeah, eventually, you know, Kaio's gone, and then the next girl gets kidnapped earlier than she's supposed to be, and boop, we're back in the future. Which I was really disappointed. They went back to the future. I was like, oh no, 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 I don't care. I don't care. Go back to when they're kids. But I guess, he didn't achieve his goal. He didn't win the game, so to say. So you got to go back to the future. Try again. But yeah, he's on the run from his mom. He goes to his boss's house. Of course, turns him in. We hook up with Irie, lovely Irie, whose house gets set on fire. uh, in the next episode, we get the stuff with his mom's former coworker. We get that hint that I know who really did it. It wasn't Yuki, and going through the computer files and all that stuff. But what really happens in that one is at the end, under the bridge, and she's like, "I wasn't followed. Don't worry, don't worry." And I'm sitting there thinking, "You were followed. You were followed." It looks like they're gonna get away, but then bloop, nope, gets arrested. And again, the cool moments where he's walking to the car in the rain, sees the dude in the hat and the umbrella, and you get that doo kind of sound effect, and then the blue butterfly, which we'll talk more about later, but the blue butterfly goes along right at the last like couple seconds of the show, and you get that weird like tinkling mechanical weird noise. um it reminded me of like Breath of the Wild, something to do with the shrines that like for like 2 or 3 seconds. I was like, whoa, that was really creepy. We'll talk more about that butterfly. I'm a little disappointed with that thing. But anywho, so got all my notes here. Going back to what, episode 7. Oh, he gets back. Somehow he just can will himself back. Oh, take me back. And he goes back. He gets to the point where he's going to try to fix things or set things up better. He creates that alibi for Yuki. And then he gets to Kaio's mom. And I like, again, in this show, whenever like someone's going to do something bad and it zooms in on their face, or you see their face and they've got the red eyes, he's going to reach out and push her mom. Red eyes. Get stopped by Kenya. Come on, Kenya, let him push her down. But yeah, so we get all this, the build up in the bus, and okay, things are fine, things are good. But no, you get that shot up with the trees and the moon and the night sky, and you hear the crunch, crunch, crunch of the snow, and you're like, oh no, come on, don't do this show. And that's where it leaves you. So that was really cool, because then we get episode 8 where we actually have the visitor like go in the bus, kick the boxes. I thought it was going to be another fake out, and it was going to be Satoru's mom, because she's always following him everywhere, knows everything. I thought she was going to show up and be like, oh, I thought I'd find you here. I brought you some things. But no, 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 no. They find the backpack with the spray bottle and the quick freeze spray bottle, the rope, and everything. And then they take her to his house, And his mom's still doing the weird thing. He's like pulling out the pajamas. They're like, "How do you know they'll even fit?" And she's like, "Well, I bought them for her." Yeah, what is going on? We get the weird bath scene, which I guess it's needed just to show her relaxing because she's so dead inside. This poor girl, dead inside, just nothing good happens, and so stuff just bounces right off of her. You remember early on with the stolen lunch money, and they're like, "Oh, I bet it was her. It was Kyle. She needs money." And her face, she's just sitting there the whole time, like she doesn't even hear him. Like, oh, it's just another day of getting crapped on. But then with the past few days, and then now at Satoru's house, you see starting to shed some of that, getting little smiles from her, which was really nice. Again, you're thinking, oh, you're building up too much happiness. This is not going to be good. And then they take her home. Take her home. We get to episode 9, and it's the usual stuff. We do find out that her mom was beaten pretty bad, either by ex-husband or just ex-boyfriend, beaten pretty bad, which then turned into her beating on Kaio. So Kaio goes off to live with her grandma. The only real thing we get out of episode 9 was when they're riding in the car and all that candy is in the car. It's like, oh, I'm trying to get over smoking, so oh, more lollipops. And you're like, okay. At this point, I'm still thinking it's just the show messing with us. It's not going to be him. There's something else going on. But all this stuff starts building up with his teacher. And you're like, come on, it's got to be him. It's got to be him. And then episode 10, it was the teacher. Car goes in the lake. I know your future. Which, do they ever tell us? Did the teacher pull him out of the lake? Is that what we're supposed to assume? That's the only thing that makes sense. That the teacher pulled him out of the lake, or maybe called somebody and they came and pulled him out. I don't know. Maybe I missed that couple of seconds where they explain that. But anywho, so he wakes up, been in a coma. It's 2003 now. And I do like at this point how the voiceover changes. When it was him as an adult doing his revival back as a kid, it was the adult doing the narration, the voiceovers. But now, the last he knew, he was a kid. So when he wakes up, we get the narration and the voiceovers as him as a kid, which I really liked. It was like, okay, clever move show. Um, the emotional moment when Kyle comes back. Oh, the feels. The show gives us a lot of that. When Kyle comes back, didn't want to see her with the baby. You're like, oh no, they could have gotten together, but no, okay, no, she's gone off and done her thing, showing that what he did had an effect, a positive effect. Now here she is with her family, so that was really nice. Something I think that didn't go anywhere. The doctor goes out in the hall and gets that call, and he's like, from the director, he's like, he's my patient, he's not a guinea pig, which I thought maybe they would tie into the teacher when he came back, being a politician and maybe having some influence over stuff the hospital needed to do. I don't know. I was trying to figure out where that part was going to go. But anywho, we get up to the roof. It's the teacher. I told you it was the teacher. I told you from what episode? Whenever we went back, episode 2, I guess. There's something weird about that guy. Just the way he looks, how he acts. It's going to be the teacher. It was the teacher. So takes him up to the roof. It's like we're going on a little trip. Tap, tap, tap. And then I'm still wondering, how are they going to do this? He doesn't remember anything. And then he stops and he's like, I remember everything, you son of a bitch. And you're like, oh, here we go. And as the episode closes, we get that the spider's silk going up. And that leads us to episode 12, which really, it's just a whole bunch of talking. He does that crazy dash towards the edge of the roof. He gets saved, which later when you find out there's that pad down there, I'm like, he's so lucky that the teacher didn't see the pad. Like he caught him with his head back. He didn't like lean forward and diving forward and grab him while holding onto the railing where he could see over the edge. It would have seen that pad easily. And he kind of caught him like this. Like, okay. So they talk and he lets him go. And part of me is thinking, ooh, are they really going to kill him? No, they're not going to kill him. That would be crazy if they killed him. And I don't know what they would do with that. Part of me was hoping for it. But of course, he lands on the pad. Everybody sees that the teacher's up there, off to jail, attempted murder. Winding down to the end. I do like how they brought it back with the essay from the beginning, The Town Without Me. And he's like, if there's a town without me, the town, it keeps going without me. The people move on, life moves on. They do their thing. I did think how it was interesting how he influenced how the other people live their lives. Like the one kid who grew up to be a doctor, and the other one grew up to be a lawyer, so he could help him out whenever he woke up. You've got, was it Kenya who a long time ago said like hero means, it doesn't mean you have to succeed at what you're doing. Being a hero, you're trying. It can just be you trying, and they kind of touched on courage as being contagious, because he talked about again how I was just yeah, I played with my friends, but I never stepped out. I never did anything on my own, to show courage, or that I was just not scared of anything. But once you did, then we saw step by step the friends coming in. Yeah, we got this person with us, this person. Courage was contagious. They see you doing it and they want to join, because everybody wants to be courageous, but it's that first step. That's the biggest challenge, right? Taking that very first step. So we get to the end. Perfect, perfect ending. I totally didn't expect it. He went back to that bridge. You see the blue butterfly. Whoop, leads to Irie. And his tears in his eyes. You're like, okay, good job, show. Very, very good job. Um, yeah, I liked everything about this. I was worried once Kaio's arc was finished, and I thought they were gonna go onto like the other girls. And honestly, I was like, all my emotions and the investment was in Kaio. I don't care what happens to these other girls. So I'm glad it went in the direction it did. This was really an awesome show that hit at the right time for me, I think. Yeah, no complaints, no complaints. Oh yeah, I guess the only thing, the blue butterfly. What was up with that? Was that something that would show up when, like, because the first one happened with the bus, or the truck driver fell asleep. Then when he got arrested, so you had a revival moment. But then this time, butterfly without a revival moment. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. If you know, let me know down in the comments what that was all about. I guess that's all I have to say about it. I loved it. One season, 12 episodes, and done. Perfect. I have a few other on my list because I'm not too interested in getting invested in a big long series right now. I just want to hit a few of these single season shows. So if you know more, maybe some that are similar to this, or even just anything that's just one season, a few episodes, knock them out and you're done. That's what I think I'm in the mood for the next few weeks. So I'm going to check some more out, throw those up here. Again, comment, let me know what you thought about this show. Anything else I didn't mention that you noticed. And yeah, there will be more videos coming up. Please do like and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. And I'll see you next time.